Hello again from Metro Manila, the Philippines, Southeastern Asia. Today in Estonia, which is a small republic in the Baltic region of Northern Europe and incidentally the southern neighbor of my distant homeland, Finland, a new parliament, or Riigikogu, literally translated as the state's assembly of 101 legislators, is being elected today. Of course, we don't yet know the results. Those we will know in a preliminary sense by sometime tomorrow, or of course Estonian time already before midnight, Estonia being such a small country with only about 1.3 million people. While the center-left coalition government of the Center Party and Social Democrats, and I have to look at the Wikipedia article. Yes, center-right Social Democrats, and then the Pro Patria and Res Publica Union is likely to retain its majority. Nevertheless, it is possible or even likely that the right-wing populist and Eurosceptic Estonian Conservative People's Party is going to make major gains. According to the polling data stretching from January the 21st to February the 28th, 2019, the Estonian Conservative People's Party would receive between 16.4 and 21.3% of the vote. The Liberal, Pro-Business and Pro-European Union Reform Party would receive between 24 and 29.5% of the vote. The center-left Agrarian, softly or somewhat Eurosceptic and conciliatory regarding Estonia's large Russian ethnic minority, Center Party would receive between 22 and 28% of the vote. The Social Democrats would get between 9 and 11.9% of the vote. The right-wing Fatherland Party would receive between 9.2 and 11% of the vote. The Liberal Estonian Free Party would collapse out of the parliament with only between 0.9 and 2% of the vote, because normally only those parties that get over 5% of the national vote receive seats in the Estonian parliament. The only exception being cases where in at least one individual electoral district, that party's candidates managed to surpass the quota of votes or regional vote threshold needed to win seats. Then the Greens would remain still outside the parliament with between 2 and 3% of the vote, while the Liberal Estonia 200 party might enter the parliament or then be left outside, receiving between 3.3 and 5.6% of the vote. The other parties and groups are unlikely to have any realistic chance to enter the parliament, receiving between 0.5 and 4% of the vote. Estonia is a strongly parliamentary democracy where the president is elected primarily by the parliament or then by an electoral college of the parliament and of many city and town councils. The president has strictly ceremonial duties and symbolical duties, while the prime minister or the head of government is the country's executive leader. The government formation talks, depending of course on the Estonian Conservative People's Party's success, are either going to be smooth or then difficult. Normally parliamentary elections are held every 4 years in Estonia. I assume that the Prime Minister does have the right to propose early parliamentary elections.